Skating.
He's skating? Okay.
We will travel with 23.
Traveling with 23.
Doesn't mean they're all playing, but we're traveling.
Um, Quinn Olson, I thought that was a pretty gutty performance he had the other night against Miami there. What have you seen out of him this season and what he's been able to do?
Well, what first of all, it was right. I mean, again, he blocked shot, couldn't get off the rink, stayed out there, helped get the job done until he could, right? So again, anytime you see your guys blocking shots, it should lift the bench, and the after part is part of that too, right? Nobody ever wants to see it, but no, he's been good for us. I mean, certainly, I'd like to see. Like I was really happy with their line on Friday. I thought they stepped up when we needed it. But we're going to need more of that down the stretch from guys like him and Luke. And I mean, obviously Benny's scoring, but we need. Connor McMenamin had a good. Those guys factored in our scoring, right? And we need more of that consistently.
Is Sloan going to do that this week?
He's traveling.
Traveling? Okay. Any thoughts, even if you get everyone back, like to keep that low height Olsen Steve line together?
I have no idea.
No idea? Okay.
I have no idea. Every day is a new day, and every day is I'm just trying to figure out what we can do.
You wearing out that dartboard?
No, it's frustrating because there's things. Obviously, there's no. You're trying to stay in some type of rhythm. You're trying to work on things. We've had zero consistency through the weeks. Lines have been different. Again today we practiced power plays that were different than the weekend. Every week's been different, right? So we've got to just. It's the way it is, and that's what you got to just work with, right? So.
Some coaches love to have the same lines all the time. It makes it easy when you're coaching. But some coaches,
Damn right it does.
look at Scotty Bowman and Sean Cabrera, they love to change every shift just about. And pretty soon they're going to their own modular, and everybody fits with everybody. That's almost what you've got.
Not quite. I wish I would have had some of the players Scotty Bowman had, but anyway.
Well, I mean, not by design, but you've had to have it. And players have worked.
Yeah, I mean, you deal with what you're dealt, right? And again, you try and, we've had injuries at center, so we've tried different people there, and obviously some of the lines have changed quite a bit this year. Even from the beginning of the year, second game, Dom goes down, right? But it's difficult. I mean, yes. I mean, even players, you want chemistry. You want some. You want to play together. You learn each other. You feel good, right? Sometimes as a coach, you put things on paper. It doesn't. They look great on paper, but it doesn't work out when they play, right? And sometimes it's good for a while, then it goes away. Sometimes you got to revisit it. Sometimes it's how guys are playing. Some guys should get rewarded. Some guys shouldn't get rewarded. And then there's guys that have earned that trust over time that they may have a bad game or whatever, but they're still going to be in those situations, right? So, but like I said last week, everybody needs to kind of know everything, right? Maybe not so much on the power play, but certainly on the penalty kill. And everyone's got to be adaptable, right? Right wing should be able to play left wing. Left wing should be able to play right wing. It's harder to go to the middle than it is to go from center to wing. I've told you that before, but our guys are doing fine. I thought Blake's game Saturday was much better than Friday, and again, he hadn't played in the middle, and there's different responsibilities. Whether he stays there or not, I don't know. We could keep him there again for another week. If Loans plays, he probably won't be in the middle. So we'll find out on Friday. We'll see what we didn't. I know one thing: nobody got hurt today, which is good. That's a good thing.
Coach, last week you talked about the responses after goals. You wanted to come in working on setting leads and you're able to do that. What other things stuck out to you in this weekend series?
Our penalty kill was good. Stesi was good. got some timely goals, especially Friday. I think we were opportunistic Friday. I didn't think the first 40 minutes was particularly great. I think it was good. I liked our third period on Friday. I thought Miami was a much better hockey team Saturday. I thought they gave us problems. But again, if we don't clean up our puck management, I don't care who you're playing, we're going to be in trouble. I think our puck management and our turnovers and just losing pucks and throwing pucks away it shouldn't be happening this time of the year. It's got to be a lot more plays being made, smarter plays. It's got to be a lot more puck moxie, poise. It's just simple plays, I know everyone wants to make a perfect play or a play a tape to tape, but you play teams with pressure and you have to advance pucks. You got to get pucks out of your zone. Sometimes you love to see it skated out, passed out. Sometimes a chip out. Same thing going into the zone. You play teams that they defend well, and then the offensive zone too, same thing, right? We had opportunities a few times to hold on to pucks. We just threw it, trying to hope that. I don't like hope plays. I think when you have the puck, you should possess it, because you got to work twice as hard to get it back when you lose it. So if our guys like chasing pucks, then they're going to keep doing it. If we want to play with the puck, it'll be better.
You talked about liking that third period on Friday.
We-
Do you feel like that was the strongest period in all?
We looked connected. We were skating. We possessed the puck. They didn't have the puck much in the third period. Our guys were on our toes. I thought we just looked more. I don't want to say organized, but I thought we were better. Like, I thought the first two periods we weren't doing that. Execution, but a lot of it started just having the puck. Again, we weren't defending a lot. We were playing in the offensive zone more. We were getting up the rink better. And again, like I told him after the second, if you play the game the right way, you'll get more goals, and we did. So if you play the game the right way, you'll get rewarded. If you don't want to play the game the right way, sometimes you don't get rewarded. So I liked it compared to the first two.
So every day is a new day when it comes to the lineup, but as a coach, it's got to feel good, to say the least, that you are preparing these guys day in and day out, that they may have not seen as much ice time, and then they do, and they perform. What's that like as a coach?
I don't know. I'm proud of our team. Like right now, like we've gone through a lot, and you know what? We're hanging in there, right? It's like we're just trying to hang in there, and hopefully that we get a healthy group. But it just seems like every week it's take one step forward and two steps back. But that's what you deal with sometimes during the year. So it's not easy, because sometimes when you have weeks like we've had, sometimes you don't feel like you're in that, maybe as prepared as you should be. But I'll give our guys credit. I told you this last week. I think for the last couple months we've played better. The results aren't always maybe show that, but I think we've been able to get points every weekend in our league. We're in that hunt for home ice. This is obviously another pivotal weekend. Omaha played them earlier. Big, heavy, physical team, can get up the rink. We got 4 points out of it, but they were really even games, and I think they were a better team Saturday too. But it took a 3-on-3 goal to win. So, and they're below us right now. We've got to find a way to get points, stay above them, and stay in that hunt, because this league, there's no. You look at the schedule, right? You move on to here, then you're playing, the Denvers and the North Dakotas and teams that are the upper echelon of your league. And so we need to find a way to grind out some wins. And like I said, we're not going to win. It's not going to be pretty all the time. But I can tell you right now that the last month and a half, whatever, plus our goaltenders have given us a chance every night. It was nice to see like a Riley Bednarchuk step up and score a goal, right? and Genie gets a couple goals. Like, we need guys, everyone. We need the core guys, like you saw Friday, but you need some other guys. So there's opportunity for those guys to do that. But I'm proud of our team. Like, we're grinding. It's not been easy. It's not going to get any easier. No one's going to feel sorry for you. Just got to find ways to go and try and play your best hockey and find ways to win games. And if it means our goalies steal games, I'm fine with that. They're a big part of our team.
You mentioned puck management. Did you feel at some point like it was improving and maybe it's stagnated? What's your
No, I don't think it's. I mean, I think at times when we're on, we're fine, and at times we just are careless with the puck. You know, me, it's all about battles. I mean, the game is about battles. It's about races of the puck. It's about battles. It's about winning those battles, staying in those battles. That's hockey. And if you're not willing to do that, right? Like, again, getting in an offensive corner and keeping a puck there is a good play. If you don't have a play, right? Trying to make something out of nothing. That's kind of where I think we go sometimes. We're trying to make things out of, like, exits out of our zone. We're trying to make that one little cute lateral pass versus just chipping it into the zone, right? Or chipping it out of the zone. It's the same thing coming into the zone. You know, you're getting pressure off a neutral zone transition and you're trying to force a pass to a drive guy instead of just chipping it down the wall and getting it in behind there. Like, those are hockey plays. Those are plays that the game or teams give you, right? I know everybody wants to make this tape-to-tape pass or that extra play, but that's a really important factor because anytime you get the puck out of your D zone, they got to restart, right? If you get pucks in below, they got to travel 200 feet instead of shortening the ice for teams. And it's just those decisions, they have to start buying into those more. Like, you know, protecting pucks, right? Not exposing pucks. Body position, right? Some of the teams we play are very good at it. The team we're going to play this week is going to play along the wall, and they've got some big bodies, and they get their butts into you, and they'll hold you off, and it's hard to defend. It's hard to defend, you know? Like, Galley's not going to go defend a 6'4" guy like Matt Miller. He's got to use his brains, his feet, stick. But just those things. Those are really critical when you talk about possessing pucks, you know, keeping the game simple, you know, not, I mean, I can show you, and you've probably watched it, right? You know, how many times just one little soft play in the D zone after we're all in good structure, but we don't get it out. Next thing you know, we're defending for another 20, 30 seconds. And those things, then you get the puck, and then now you're getting it out, you're changing, and you can't put any forecheck pressure on, right? So it's all those things that add up, right? And at times like the third period was better for us Friday night. But it's got to get better. It's got to get better. It's not like you're not seeing video. Like, sooner or later you got to figure it out, right? Not everything has to be sexy. No pun intended, right? You don't need sexy plays. Simple plays, smart plays, the right plays, those are the things that win you games.
Steve's has been shooting the puck real well. Other things you're seeing him do away from the puck that putting it.
He's more responsible defensively. You know, I think early in the year, I think there was times where he was maybe not as conscious that. Like, I mean, again, I keep telling him I don't want him to win the Selke Award as the best defensive player. I want him to win the Hart as the best offensive player. No, he's bought into that, and I think that's helped. And, you know, I think he's shown to me as the year's gone on a little bit more poise with the puck. You know, I think he's not just turned into a shooter. I think he's held on to pucks. I think he's looking to make some plays. I think his poise with the puck to me is way better than it was early in the year. Like, we all know he can shoot, but and he's a guy not afraid to go to the net front. That's what I love about him. He'll go to the net front and he'll stand there, you know. But he'll find space. It's like his second goal Friday night. Those guys don't need much. They don't need much. Yeah, it was a second chance, but it's on his stick and off his stick. And You can be near, you can be close to those guys, but close isn't good enough sometimes. But yeah, he's shown. I think he's shown a lot more responsibility on the defensive side and getting back and positionally and then just the puck poise and that ability to maybe hold on to pucks, look to make the right play. He doesn't make a lot of bad plays. A couple times he's got to work on getting the puck out of on the wall, right? But a lot of our forwards do. It's such a huge trade. They all want to go move on to play. You got to be able to make plays on the wall, getting pucks out of your zone. But he's playing the off wing, so a little bit of an adjustment. But he's been good. He's been good. I've seen a lot of growth in his game. Good.
just go and play. I think 70% in the face-off circle on Saturday, so I was like, that obviously got me into the game. That sometimes engaged you quicker, just taking draws. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's been on and off, so it's been hard to actually get in any rhythm at all. But I think this weekend's good, and obviously we've had guys go all over the place. Me, low height, it was just because of injuries and sickness. So
I feel like Lowhite's really enjoyed playing center.
yeah, I think he's naturally just more of a centerman too, just a good skater and big body. But he can do both too, which is huge for our team. So
Some guys find it trouble to adapt, but you don't. You seem to be as comfortable at one as at the other.
yeah, thankfully I played it growing up too, and I mean, when I just get thrown in the fire, it just kind of ends up working out. You just go and play, and it's kind of the only thing. I think Lowhite and I have been able to just understand. It's like, all right, this is what we got to do. It doesn't really matter what's happening. We're just going to go and play her at this point because lineup's been all over the place, depleted, and now we're getting guys back, thankfully. And yeah, you just look at it as more instincts. You just got to go out and do your job. So.
I keep waiting for you to go to center.
Well,
I've waited a long time for you to go to center.
oh, the last couple of years.
Me.
Oh, you, yeah, okay, yeah.
You gotta come back for another year or two to play center.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, if I'm playing in the middle, I'll hopefully go out and play well, obviously. And yeah, that's all. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what'd you think of Quinny's effort the other night, blocking that shot on the PK and staying out there? I thought he was dead at one point on the ice, and he pulls an Undertaker, gets back up, and continues on.
Yeah, no, that's obviously how you win games. I mean, that's just a veteran guy doing a veteran thing right there. And yeah, unfortunately, banged him up a little bit, but he'll be good. And yeah, that was a big moment in the game for us.
How much does a moment like that fire a team up when they're seeing a leader like that sacrificing like that?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you're already running kind of three lines, it feels like, in that period. So it's like you got a guy doing something like that. It's huge, and just shows how selfless he is, and puts the Bulldog first. So.
Do you remember a moment like that? It seemed like, we've talked about it a bit, but it seemed like maybe as you stay out there, the adrenaline kind of helps get over a block shot like that. But have you had a moment like that where you take a hard shot and it takes a little bit to get back from it?
Yeah, I think it was just shoulder was probably the one that came out, and I had, well, it might not be playing again the rest of the year, so go back out and play. But other than that, yeah, I think adrenaline's big on that factor, I think, for him to go back out and play. Yeah, obviously I'd have been hurting him pretty bad, so.
Shoulder, I better go out there and play as long as I can before Suze figures out.
No, she was well aware of what happened. She's just saying you got about a game left, and otherwise you're going under the knife. Yeah, no, yeah, but yeah, that was obviously huge for us for Quinn. Just he's just such a great leader for us. So.
This run Benny's on scoring, it seems like in the second half here, he's finding a lot more ways to score. When you have a teammate like that who's firing like that, shooting the puck like that, is that just get him the puck as much as possible? What are you kind of seeing him do right now that's putting him in those positions?
Well, yeah, I think he's just getting he's executing on his chances. It's like I feel like when he's getting them, there's times he only has one or two a night, but they're both in the net, and I think that's for him. That's been the biggest thing, just for success-wise, and obviously his numbers have increased. I mean, they were already really high going into Christmas, but he's obviously picked it up even more, and I think now he's just executing even more dialed in. And yeah, you just when you're that high, you just keep shooting. You don't change anything.
Besides holding on to leads and extending leads, you guys proved that this weekend. What else stuck out to you?
Well, I think we put together a sweep. I mean, we obviously we played with the lead a lot, which was huge, like you said. But I think just finally going out and getting a full sweep was huge for our group. Well, I can't say full, but we had 2 wins, and that was big for our group, obviously. And haven't had that since, was it Bemidji maybe? I don't know what it was. Yeah, and that's been obviously been a long time, and it just feels good after a weekend to know you went out and won twice, and especially just what we've been going on each weekend. I think you see great teams in college hockey end up not sweeping consistently just because the league's that hard, and just on teams in the past that I've been on. I mean, I remember, because my sophomore year, I don't remember. I feel like it was a split every single weekend, but we were top 10 all year long. So it's just so hard to sweep. It just shows how hard it is, and it doesn't matter who you play. You just got to come to play. And I think that was just big for our group going forward. We had a chance against Western to do it, and it just kind of felt like we're just continually climbing the ladder. We're focusing on the goals that we need to accomplish, and I think you see them slowly getting accomplished. So yeah, another great opportunity this week to do the same thing and back on the road. So.
You guys every week talk about needing everyone, but it feels like you're redefining that in a new way every week with having a new lineup. What is it like to be able to do that? You have guys that haven't played a lot of time and then go on the ice, play a lot of minutes, and come out and do a lot of productive, effective things for your group.
Nope, yeah, I think that's exactly it. You say, first off, you have a lot, once you guys get hurt, and you're like, all right, well, we need everybody. And then you see other guys get hurt or other guys get put in different roles that are usually not there. And it's like, well, it just kind of redefines that meaning of you need everyone to do a different job. And like I think I talked to you after the game Saturday, it was there's guys that are, not playing now that they're playing a lot more. And there's guys that were, in a maybe a different role that are now in maybe the top 6 role for our forward group that are able to put the puck in net for us, which is what you need, because you're going to need scoring in all 4 lines for our group to continue to win. That's just always how Bulldog hockey's been, and yeah, I think guys are just continually stepping up and doing that, and that's the best thing that you can ask for in a full team. So.
Second time around,
No, you got.
second time around, place in Omaha. I know it's 2 months ago, or it was almost 2 months ago since you last saw him. But what kind of boded well for you guys in that first time? You scored 4 goals in the first game, and then kind of lost that 1-0 overtime game in the second. So what kind of worked well in that series?
I think, obviously they're a heavy team. They're similar to us. They're big. They're big on the wall. You got some pretty agile defensemen, but I think for us, we kind of have that same unit. I think we match up pretty well against them. I thought that's when we started coming together too as a group. That was kind of had that stretch where we weren't winning for a month or whatever it was, and that was when we ended up coming together and beating them. So it feels good to go out and play these guys again, and it's always fun to spend on the road. It's a longer trip. We leave today, obviously, and that's 4 days together with the guys, which is always just fun. So, yeah, just take that in and carry it on to the rink.
What's the biggest thing you're seeing from them that you're preparing for this weekend to try to come away with another set of 2 wins?
I think our special teams has always been big for us all year long. That's kind of kept us in games at times, and I think that's going to be obviously a huge thing for us to continue to pick up our power play and penalty kill. Our penalty kills increasingly gotten better all year long, and yeah, I'd just say special teams is huge for us. He's coming, yeah, he's coming. My mom's, I think it's the only rink she hasn't been in, so she's coming too. No, not yet, no. Because last year I was hurt, and then, yeah, because the pod was my freshman year, and no one was there, and then sophomore year she just didn't come, so, yeah. Only rink. But, so Quinny hasn't been here yet?
No.
Next